The GLEQ program is a program that supports the development of entrepreneurs, and one way that we do that is by focusing the entrepreneurs on a business plan competition twice a year.
The business plan competition is all about helping you come up with a tight and clean story of what your business is all about.
It's a relatively simple process. You're putting an idea down on paper in a specific format that they ask for, which asks you to really answer some tough questions and understand your market, understand your customer.
And these business plans that are created through these training sessions at GLEQ work well to create a whole package so that the entrepreneur can go out and say, here I am, this is what I'm about, and by going through all the training, they're much more valuable to venture capitalists.
The GLEQ adds some excitement to the business plan competition by having cash awards. And the grand prize award is $25,000 in cash to the top company.
We won the first prize award in 2002. That was just outstanding for us. We were able to buy chairs and laptops and all the things that a brand new, freshly minted business needs.
What I would say is the help that you get, the connections that you make, the network that you build, those are the building blocks for a successful company.
Becoming a GLEQ coach has many benefits to the coach itself. Many of the coaches volunteer to help the companies develop because they have also been entrepreneurs in the past and maybe serial entrepreneurs, and they like the aspect of giving back to the next generation of entrepreneurs.
The Great Lakes Entrepreneur Quest, they came to me and asked me to be a coach. When they do that, they assign a company to you. You meet with that company's team to go over their business plan, to really explore what is it they're trying to do, why are they trying to do it, how do they intend on accomplishing their goals.
I love working with the energy that startup entrepreneurs have when they're founding their company and have phenomenal ideas, and anything I get the opportunity to do to help them move that forward is exciting for me as well as them.
Part of why I do the GLEQ coaching is really to give back to the community, to give back to those. There are a lot of people that helped me out 15 years ago. The other part is it's interesting to see a lot of different businesses. It's interesting to see a lot of different business models and how they evolve and hopefully be successful over time.
We have many types of GLEQ sponsors. Sponsors who are in the professional service area, though, really like the program because it introduces them to startup companies at the very earliest stages of their development. And as a result, as those companies progress and become successful, those relationships are maintained and built.
I mean, it's a real commitment for Wayne State to take dollars that would have been operational dollars and say GLEQ is important enough that we sponsor it financially so that we have this resource not available only to faculty but to the whole community at large.
We sponsor the GLEQ really for two reasons. One, because we think that growth of entrepreneurism is important for the state and important for the diversification and growth of our economy. And secondly, because we wanted to support particularly companies that have new business opportunities in the advanced automotive space. And we saw this as yet one more way to increase our deal flow and help us grow that side of the business.
So it builds a cadre of colleagues for me around the state that I draw from and I give to, and you personally benefit from participating. You learn something new at every GLEQ meeting, and I get energized from that.
Every one of the companies that have won the grand prize GLEQ award continue to be in business today and continue to grow in size, and that's a really quite nice to see that what we think is a good prospect actually ends up being successful.
I always recommend GLEQ to people who are starting down the path of thinking about becoming an entrepreneur because I think it provides a really well-rounded education about what that takes and what all the pieces of business are.
we may not be smarter than the entrepreneur, but we have seen a ton of mistakes made over all those years. And what we try to do is save the entrepreneur from making the same mistakes that we've seen made before.
I believe it is the passion for whatever it is you're doing, that thing that's in your heart that makes you somewhat uniquely qualified to pursue this particular thing that's going to keep you going.
At the end, to be able to say that you won GLEQ certainly legitimizes what you're doing in the face of other local investors because people know GLEQ. But whether you win or not, I would tell any entrepreneur, if you're trying to launch a company anywhere, you need to find a resource like this because it's like going into battle with a really experienced team rather than going in on your own.